Final race here for the Slidejawb Racing League K&N Series rolls on into the bumpy old version of Daytona. And it's going to be the most chaotic super speedway race that we're ever going to see, because if it wasn't going to be aggressive enough, or if these drivers were going to be aggressive enough just racing normal super speedway racing, battling for the win, 4 drivers that you see on the bottom left of your screen battling for the championship. The highest running chase contender out of those 4 will be declared your champion of this season. Keith Calhoun, Kane Atkins, Darren Clements, and Noah Murray, your 4 drivers. That'll, more likely, one of those 4 will walk away with the championship. All this race has is luck. That's all this is. No matter what your strategy is, the strategy can easily shape-shift into something different if you get involved in a wreck. Now, these drivers will have, I think, 1 fast repair, so they'll be able to afford a 1 mistake, but 1 mistake is all that they can really afford. These K&Ns at these bumpy Daytona, it is going to be very, very hard to keep the car straight on the bottom. As you can see during practice, it's already difficult for many of these drivers to keep it on the bottom. Just try to hang on for that position on the bottom. Sorry, my iRacing sound back up. Sorry about that. So the 4 drivers that you see listed on the bottom right of your screen will be the 4 drivers that are looking to win this championship. Highest running will win this championship. Nobody has any bonus points heading into this race. It's all kind of like a normal Final 4. Well, let's go ahead and let's go on board with many drivers here in their cockpit. Okay, not really the cockpit camera, it's more like their windshield camera, so you can see what they're basically going to be dealing with for this race. And this is Daytona, so we're expecting a ton of drivers tonight. 19 drivers have set a lap so far. That is, for broadcasting wise, the highest that we've had all year long. Got a big wreck at turn 1. These drivers will have 10 minutes of qualifying, so that's why I kind of started this a little, kind of a little early, like a little later. Not really as late as, honestly, it's about the same time as I've done it all the other times. I've actually tried to update the number fonts on the ticker, but I don't think they worked. I would have known if they worked if with the 7 car, but unfortunately, I don't think it worked. So I tried to make new number fonts and make things different, but it didn't work. So you can go on board here with Zach Probst. Keep an eye on that. Look at how hard it is to keep the car on the bottom line when he's going 195 miles per hour, 196. On these straightaways, they'll be going about 200 miles per hour, and heading into the corners, they're going to be going down a lot of speed. They're going to be dropping down almost 10 miles an hour total, and they're going to be, you know, it's going to be hard to keep that car straight on the bottom without drifting it up. A lot of practice comes handy at this track. Well, we got 30 seconds left until we have qualifying here, and you know, basically doing it around the track is just basically saying how to run Daytona, which is not, you know, it's not hard to do. You just full throttle it. So we'll get ready to go racing here. I forgot to turn the music off. My bad. I just now realized I had the music on. Alright. So we're going to ride on board with a couple of the early running drivers. So we'll go ahead and get that started. I had the top for a reason. Alright, here we go. Qualifying has started. We'll see who takes it to the field and takes it. We got 4 drivers out, 5 drivers, 6, 7, 8, 9 drivers already out, making a lap. Alright, we're on board with Derek Newsom. He'll be driving out first. Alright, gotta pull up the sound volume again because I don't know this to be a little bit louder. Here we go. Drown my voice out with iRacing engine sounds. That's what every single commentator wants, right? Okay. I feel like the gyro camera would be a little bit better at this point. Everybody's running that highlight on their first lap. Actually, let me do this real quick. Alright, let me do this real quick. I won't save the car, so it won't. There we go. There we go. Because whenever you do VR, it will always switch things up in VR. So hopefully, I didn't save it, so it won't carry over to my VR. So I'd have to edit the car again. It's a little bit more down now, but at least you can see what's going on. It's a little off-centered though. All right. We don't have times yet, but we will once we get them. I'll report that. It's Andrew Mars. He's running out on track right now, his first lap. Many drivers are running the highline for their first laps. And then pretty much once they get settled, they'll run them on them. Or at least that's how I usually do these qualifying times. We'll see what happens. Zach Probst set his fastest lap. Now Rod Hollifield, Jesse Baker, 50.129. Noah Murray. Alright, we got times coming in. Let's bring up the ticker. Got the times rolling in as quick as they possibly can. We'll get set to get this going here. So I updated the graphics to now be in supposedly 1080p, which I don't know if that's what it is right now, but it's coming at a very high cost. My CPU temps are running pretty hot right now, and I don't know if you'll see them pulling this up, but they are running in the 70s, if not the 60s. I know that's way too high, that may be overclocking it, but I've tried cooling it off. I don't know how to really do it, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so we still have half of the time for qualifying here. Lucas Cram is up to the front here. 49.456. Remember what's at stake. I'll actually raise the picture up a little bit. Could use a little bit of a bigger. There we go. Championship 4 listed on the bottom right. Highest running will be declared the winner. And so far, it looks like Noah Murray, who's in second, is the highest right now. Just 0.02 of a second off. Keith Calhoun is in fourth. Second highest running chase driver. This race is surely going to be quite intense because, like I said, this is Daytona, so drivers are already going to be aggressive. Plus, add on to the fact that 4 drivers are going to be battling for the championship in this race. You think racing at Talladega is going to be crazy when NASCAR goes to them in the playoffs? How about bumpy Daytona deciding the championship? This is probably as crazy as it's ever going to get. If Laura or Nork ever did this in their series, oh man, would we be seeing? We would just seeing nothing but pure craziness. Halfway done with qualifying, and it looks like we're going to have a 21 car field, and it looks like we may have two out of nope. Darren Clements is out on track right now setting his lap, so we'll watch Darren Clements set his lap time. Yep, wrong person, there we go. Oh, wow. First, second, and third separated by only just several thousandths off of each other. Hunter Johnson has the pole by 1,000th of a second over Ben Nelson. Which I believe... Okay, he's done. Derek Clements is 16th right now. Yep. There we go. Darren Clements, we'll see where he qualifies here. He is the last... Yep, he is the last chase driver so far on this field. Coming to the line, that'll put him 10th on the board. Alright, and for the most part, that seems to be everybody that's out on the track. So it looks like we'll just, unless we get somebody else to come out. So I have 3 drivers that haven't taken a qualifying time. Michael Berry in the 64, William Martin in the 37, and Timothy Madonna in the 86. And that is 21 cars on the field. So we have 18 that have taken a lap, and we have 3 more that haven't taken their lap. And we're currently waiting for that. They still have 2.5 minutes. So as of right now, Hunter Johnson has the pole, probably the closest that he could ever have it by only 1,000th of a second over Ben Nelson. 49.450, and Ben Nelson with a 49.452. So for the most part, I assume that that'll be that for now. We do expect to see some chaotic racing early, especially if this race isn't double file. But I believe that this race is... I believe that this race will have some sort of aggressive racing early in the race. Nobody's out on track right now, so it looks like I believe, unless Michael Berry or William Hart or Timothy MB2 get on track, we'll be able to go through the grid. I'll hold off on that until we hit the final 60 seconds, because if nobody hits that line under 60 seconds, they probably won't be able to set any laps yet. Any laps. So, all right. And with that out of the way, looks like whoops, sorry about that. All right. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and let's bring it to the grid. The starting lineup for today's race, ladies and gentlemen. On the front row, Hunter Johnson will take the pole for tonight's race, 49.450. Starting to the outside of row number 1 will be Benjamin Nelson, only 1,000th of a second off of the pole time. Almost had it, just that close. Row number 2, Lucas Graham, 6,000ths off of the pole time. Will start third. Noah Muri, one of the 4 playoff drivers looking for the championship, will start fourth. And he is the highest running chase driver. Jesse Baker will start 5th. Keith Calhoun, another chase driver looking for the championship, in 6th. I use the term playoff driver and chase driver here and there. They're the same thing, really. Kane Atkins, one of the other chase drivers, will start on the inside row in 7th. Trevor Gudix, I think I said that right. Garrix will start 8th. Rod Hollifield will start in 9th place. Derek Clements, the last driver in the playoff picture-wise, starts 10th. 11th place in row number 6, Derek Newsom. And on the outside of row number 6, Zach Probst. Tony Quadros, excuse me, I got that right that time. Quadros, 13th. Stephen Pollard in 14th. Charles Boggs starts 15th. Vincent Loreno in 16th. Lario, I think. I'm hard with names, sorry. All right. William Amon will start 17th. Andrew Mars will start 18th. William Martin 19th. Timothy MB2 in 20th. Rounding out the 21-car field for tonight's season finale is Michael Berry in the 64. We'll get ready to go racing here. They're starting to grid up. We'll be getting ready to go racing here. There we go. Now we got Hunter Johnson out on front here. Just as soon as I click off of him, get set racing here from Daytona, the bumpy Daytona, the not many people's not so favorites, but it's my favorite Daytona, no doubt about it, because it's very difficult and it's very, very easy to make a mistake. That's why it's fun. Still waiting on a couple more drivers before we start rolling off the grid. Get set to go back racing. Or getting set to go racing for the first time tonight. Keith Calhoun, Kane Atkins, Darren Clements, Noah Murray, all looking for the championship tonight. This is going to be their best opportunity to here at Daytona. Pace car rolls off. We'll get set to go racing here. We'll be watching a lot of drivers. Now, hopefully what we will not see tonight, I'm hoping that this does not happen, is an early big one. Because if an early big one strikes, there's more likely a chance that we're going to lose a lot of good drivers. Especially a chance that one, or maybe more than one, of the 4 chase contending drivers battling for the championship could get involved in the wreck. And we'll just have to see what happens here when we go racing, because there is a lot of time to make these moves and stuff like that. These drivers just want to be up at the front. They want, especially the 4 drivers listed on the bottom right of the corner. All they want is to be up at the front. 21 cars for them in a kind of a must-win situation, because this is Daytona. Doesn't matter how much you practice, you got to make the right move at the right time. If you make the simplest of slight mishap, anything that doesn't go your way in this race could cost you the championship for one of the 4 drivers listed on the bottom right of the screen. As we get set to go racing here for the the final race of the Slidejawb Racing League K&N Series. Pace car about ready to roll down into pit lane. And Hunter Johnson will lead them to the green flag in the 20 machine. Pace car rolls down.
Green flag.
Green flag in the air. Gears swimming here at Daytona, ladies and gentlemen. 85 laps around this raceway. They're going to be fast. 3 wide already in the back. Looks like Darren Clements on the high side. Got the 24 below him. Derek Newsom below him. Zach Prost in the 24. Derek Newsom in the 7. Darren Clements now in 12th place. Ben Nelson, the first car on the outside line, getting a lot of help from Noah Murray, trying to push him up to the front. Lucas Cram second on the inside line. Ben Nelson has the nose out ahead. Now Hunter Johnson holds on the inside line as the outside line loses a little bit of momentum. It looks like Hunter Johnson will lead the first lap of today's race. Hunter Johnson leads the first lap. Lucas Cram in second. And Ben Nelson's falling back on that outside line. If you get the right guys on the outside line, you'll be able to pull up as quick as you can, just like on the inside line. But Ben Nelson is having little to no help on that outside line. Now Lucas Cram looks to the outside. And it looks like he's going to try and make a move on the outside. He's got the nose out ahead. Straightaways is where you want to make that move. But once you make that move, it's going to be hard to capitalize on it. Look how close those 3 are. Got to be careful with the bumper hooking, because the bumper hooking is very, very, very well known in these cars during super speedway races. That's why racing at super speedways, whether it be Daytona 07, Daytona 2011, or Talladega, can be very, very difficult for these drivers because of the bumper hooking. It is very easy for one slight bump to turn a driver if they can't hang on to it. Especially in these corners, no matter what car you run, you cannot bump in these corners. That's been cut. It's looking like that outside line is just not going to be the preferred line unless you get a lot of bumping. And they're basically tandem drafted right now on that outside line. The 44 Lucas Cram, 79 of Ben Nelson, basically nose to tail down that whole entire straightaway. And as you see with Ben Nelson letting out a little bit, if he were to bump Lucas Cram in that corner, Lucas Cram and others would go spinning and flying into the fence. Lucas Cram with the nose out ahead. He'll be able to lead a lap as the inside line has a huge checkup. Jesse Baker checks up on the inside line as he hits on the apron. And lots of drivers losing the draft. 3 wide behind Lucas Cram as Noah Murray, was in the fence. And three chase drivers all next to each other here. Noah Murray in the 8, Keith Calhoun in the 13, Kane Atkins in the 2. Nose to tail, all 3 of them. And if any of them get by this 8 car, they would be in contention to win this championship. But so far, leading the race is Hunter Johnson. Leading the way for the championship is the 8 car of Noah Miari. I'll say the name right one of these times. Lucas Cram hangs on. He's got that outside line advantage. He was able to clear the 20 because of that huge checkup that happened just a couple of laps ago. But he's hanging on to the outside. That's a risky move to just hang on to the outside like that, because now Hunter Johnson already back underneath. I don't know if Lucas Cram was trying to see if he can get Ben Nelson underneath him or what. We do have a slow car up ahead. I think that's Michael Berry. Yes, that is Michael Berry. So slow car might be a factor here in the next coming laps. Lucas Cram, Hunter Johnson, side by side, dead even. I don't even know who led that lap. I think that may have been Lucas Cram that led that lap. I am not entirely sure. My CPU is just gone off the charts right now. Holy moly. Hopefully I don't make my computer burst into flames here. They're just side by side for many rows, and this is what it's like racing at Daytona until the first big one happens, which will separate these cars a lot. Jesse Baker, the second car on the inside line. Ben Nelson, second car on the outside line. On the outside line starting to lose its momentum as they're coming up to Michael Berry. Michael Berry is gonna have to. They're gonna have to try and make room, and this is probably one of the most narrow positions on the track. Is the tri-oval. Oh, we got a wreck! No, Kane Atkins upside down, sideways. One of the chase contenders involved. I think we have another. I think Darren Clements. I think Darren Clements was involved in that as well. Let's go back and take a look. Kane Atkins got a little bump from the 19. Creates a pretty big wreck. One of the chase contenders already involved in a wreck. Get one more look at it. Who was that underneath the 2? That was Tony Quadros. Looks like the 2. We got it one more time here. The 19 just comes up. Oh, that was a little bit of net code. Oh man, Michael Berry once again involved in another accident. There were some other drivers that were involved in that too. I gotta go back and look at that. So let's see. Let's see. Who was involved in that one? It looks like the 75 was involved. The 18, the 86. I think Derek Newsom got a little bit of that damage as well. I think that's the 47 that gets through. Oh man, tough break. I think, yeah, that's a tough break. Well, Lucas Cram has the lead out of that. And that takes Kane Atkins out of the championship picture. Tough day for Kane Atkins. It looks like he'll be done for this. Not a good way to end his season. So now we're down to 3 drivers in the top 4 in the chase for a shot to win the championship, which makes the other 3's job of winning the championship 25% easier. I don't know if Kane Atkins will be able to get back out on the track or not, but probably won't be able to, as we got drivers coming down pit lane here. Go ahead and get this started. Get the pit stops going. Looks like when we have pit stops going on, we'll... Oh, do we have trouble on pit lane? I'm not entirely sure. I think we had some trouble on pit lane. Go back a little bit. Oh, I think some drivers forgot where their stall was, and it looks like it may have collected a couple drivers. I think Darren Clements was one that was collected, and that they had a little bit of damage. I'm not entirely sure. All right. Well, the 75, Trevor Gurix, is being scored as the race leader, and he does have some front damage. Don't know if he'll be going down pit road this time and fixing that damage up or not. Let's go ahead and check the weather for today. 78 degrees air temperature, 100 degrees track temperature, and we have a 2-mile-per-hour wind speed coming from the north. Fastest lap of today goes to William Ahmad, who I believe was involved. Yeah, he was involved in the accident, but he's being shown in just outside the top 10. Alright, so it looks like Trevor will go down pit road, get his damage served, so that'll give the lead back up to Lucas Cram. Alright. We've had one caution so far today, so I believe they're at the 2 to go mark right now. Lucas Cram has led 8 laps so far today. But Nelson in second, leading. Okay, here we go. The driver who's leading the championship so far, Noah Murray, in the 8 car so far. 85 laps here today. We had 80 during the Laura race today, so just roughly the same time. Now the difference between here and Talladega is that pace laps are definitely going to be a little faster. Not a lot, but a little faster. And got Lucas Cram sporting the lows for hose, which I've seen a lot of different lows for whatevers for Lucas Cram, but I think this is one of my favorites. The lows for hose or the lows for bros schemes. Definitely one of my favorites from Lucas Cram. Lows for hose. Alright. Let's get a CPU temperature update, shall we? Okay, they're running in the 60s and 70s. It's fluctuating between the two. My computer doesn't spark a flame soon. It's probably going to do it later tonight. Yeah, either way. Alright, 1 degree. Now, this is probably the most confused, this is hard to tell whether the outside line is going to be a huge factor in the race tonight or not. Because obviously the inside line will have an advantage on this restart. It just depends on how many cars are on that outside line. If there was a couple cars on the outside line versus like a whole train on the inside, I believe the inside line is going to just run by them pretty quickly. But Lucas Cram's, I believe he was on the outside at one point. That's how he actually got the lead from Hunter Johnson. So, and if I do remember correctly, these guys actually don't have any faster pairs. I thought I saw something about faster pairs earlier, but I think that may have been the truck series. Actually, I don't know. I gotta look, but I may be entirely wrong. La Mayo. Okay. Well, either way. We're getting ready to go back racing here. Pace car about to make that dive into pit road, get this race back underway. Pace car dives back off. Green flag back in the air here at Daytona. And just like, oh, Lucas, wow, what happened to Lucas Cram there? He's on the apron. Wow, that may have been a late shift or something, because Lucas was really having a good restart and then just slammed on something to stop. Checked up a little bit, didn't check up too much, but he's basically clear of Ben Nelson. Now he's not. Ben Nelson doesn't have much help. Wow, Zach Prost makes a move on the outside, trying to make the outside line go somewhere. Side by side for the lead, Ben Nelson and Lucas Cram battling for the lead. Cram right now has the nose out ahead. Oh, that got really close between Noah and Jesse Baker, nearly bumping each other. Ben Nelson has the nose out ahead. Ooh, Jesse, watch out for the what's it called? Bumper grab, bumper hook, whatever it's called. My brain's gone a missing now when I needed to explain that, but. If Jesse Baker can hang on to that back bumper of Ben Nelson, you'll be able to push him out ahead of Lucas Cram. Lucas Cram has, like, no help whatsoever. Darren Clements takes over the 5th spot. And with that, it moves up first in the championship leaderboard. I wish that championship leaderboard on the bottom right was actually live updating, but unfortunately it's not. Noah Murray back on that bump, back in the front. Ben Nelson hangs on for the lead. Let's go to this battle. Derek Clements with the nose out ahead. This is for the championship. Derek Clements trying to hang on for his position to get the championship. And Zach Prost moves to the inside of Lucas Cram. And he's actually going to look to the inside for the lead. He has a huge run. And that's something that I've done before, is run that outside and then shoot to the inside. And as long as you have the run and other people behind you to help with the run, you'll be able to make it a successful run. But unfortunately, Zach Prost had one of those two things, and the second one was the most important one, and he didn't have it. Darren Clements on his outside has now moved up to first on the championship leaderboard. It's single file right now, looking pretty clean so far. Top 4 single file, then rest on back, double file. Jesse Baker all over the nose of Ben Nelson. I wish I could get an onboard camera, but unfortunately I don't. But we have a nose, so you can just see when he bump drafts him. I think Lucas Cram is on. Yep, Lucas Cram on the outside of Jesse Baker. Jesse Baker better not drift up the track. Drifts up that track, gonna cause a massive wreck. Ooh, tight racing. Oh my God. Jesse Baker throwing in some hard blocks, trying to hang on for second. Oh, contact. Oh my God, contacts. Okay, okay. Wow, Jesse Baker and Lucas Cram nearly getting into it with each other. Not once, but twice. Maybe thrice. Oh my God. That's how bumpy this track is. You can try and hold it on that inside line, but it's really difficult to. Jesse Baker trying to hang on. He's got Lucas Cram on his outside. Just look at it. He's fighting that wheel, trying to keep it off of Lucas Cram. Oh my God, it's really stressful when you run this track. Lucas Cram and Ben Nelson have basically swapped positions. Lucas Cram has the nose out ahead. He'll lead this lap. Zach Prost second in the outside line. He's second place overall. Oh, Lucas Cram gets bumper tagged. Oh no, the second big one. Second big one of today. Oh, they almost saved it. Oh man, they almost saved it. Oh, let's go back and look at this. Get one glimpse. We get a better glimpse of it in the chopper camera. Alright, the 24, Zach Prost puts the bumper hook to Lucas Cram. Yeah, he was not clear, and that made Lucas extremely loose. But watch the good job of Lucas keeping it off of everybody else except for Ben Nelson. Unfortunately, Ben Nelson gets involved, and Noah gets involved. He has some damage, not a whole lot. The 81 gets a piece. The 03 gets a piece. Charles Buggs gets a piece of the action. Oh my, another accident here. That took out, I think, another chase driver of Noah. we'll get one more look, but I want to look in the cockpit of Lucas Cram here and go for the ride here. My God. He does get, oh yeah, he has a lot of damage, but oh my God. He was so close to saving it. God. That took out two of our most competitive drivers so far today, Ben Nelson and Lucas Cram. Ben Nelson was riding on a hot streak entering this race. Now it doesn't look like he'll have much of it at all. So we got pit stops again, so let's go ahead and get these pit stops going. Man, oh man, that was just insane. That's what the bumper tag will do to you in this race. Okay, Nakins is still out on the track. He'll be wanting to get a championship. Although he is one lap down. Lucas Cram looks like he's done for. Jesse Baker's out of the race. A lot of drivers out of this race. Yikes. Well, we have the 47 being shown as the leader. Alright. Now 47 is being shown as a leader. I think Kane Atkins will he'll get one of his laps back. He's still one lap down even if he gets this wave around. All in all, we've had that 19 laps going to be completed, 2 cautions. Both of them including, in some way, shape, or form, a chase or a playoff driver looking for a championship. It's been a crazy race so far, and it's bound to keep being crazy. I think Lucas Cram is just back onto the track, but he is several laps out, and it's gonna be tough for him to be back out there. And Ben Nelson, who was involved in that wreck, had a lot of damage. He's already back out and in 4th, so. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, so yeah. I was correct. They have one faster pair. I was correct. I knew I read somewhere with a faster pair. I just couldn't remember if that was true tonight or not, but it is. Okay, good. Thank God. Because I was realizing that some drivers were just not... Because Jesse Baker's just... I don't know. Maybe they could have done what I did in the first race of the DJ Harris series and made it to where... Since, what's it called? I had a big wreck, and we had a faster pair, and I accidentally had it off because I didn't think I was going to need it. And then when I got towed back, and then it told me that I had like 40 minutes of required repairs, I couldn't turn it back on in time. So, that's probably what these guys have done, unless they've just decided that it wasn't going to work out for them. Because if you do go one lap down, it's difficult to get that lap up without having a waiver round. It's difficult to make laps up in any situation, really. But at super speedways, it's even more difficult when everybody's up next to each other. And the only way you're going to get a waiver round is, if everybody pits and, you get the lucky dog. But unfortunately, it never really happens. Now, the thing that is with fast repairs is drivers... usually will use their fast repairs on minor damage, or they'll accidentally use it on something that's minor damage. when they could use it for something that's big damage. So that's kind of like the biggest thing you could go for, is when you have one, if not two faster pairs, it's really recommended that you be careful on what you use them for. If it's early in the race and you're totaled, then you're probably going to have to use it. But if it's like a scrape on the wall, or you like hit somebody once or twice or something like that, like it's optional damage by like 30 seconds, then you'll probably have to like wait a little bit to use it. But keep in mind that that damage will still hurt you. But since it's like a tiny bit of optional, optional damage will add up over time. And if it's over 3 minutes of optional time without getting a new fast car or faster pair, that'll make your car actually slower. I think it's after 2.5, 3 minutes that the car will actually start taking, you know, arrow damage, and it'll be like affected horribly by arrow and all that stuff until you use the faster pair. Even though it's optional damage, it still will hurt you nonetheless. So, in any case, we're going to get this restart here. Steven Pollard is going to get this, be the control car. Green flag back in the air. And Noah Murray in the 8 is in second. And he is first in the championship leaderboard, so he would like nothing less than to get up to the lead. So he has no risk of losing the championship. Because if you get first, you're the champion nonetheless. Now look at Keith Calhoun. Keith Calhoun is another one of those chase drivers, and he's going to be looking to make that move for the lead here soon. They're going to be 3 wide for the lead, 4 wide for the lead. No, they're going to be 3 wide for the lead. 2 chase drivers going 3 wide for the lead. Oh, drifting up the track, Zach Brosnan. Steven Pollard got 1 on the apron. That's the 10. Hold on to it, boys. Hold on, boys. Hold on. Keith Calhoun to the lead. One of the championship drivers leading this race. Oh my God, what an amazing turn of events. Keith Calhoun hanging on for the lead, but Noah Murray hanging on the outside. He's first on the outside line. So it'll be first on the inside line and first on the outside line are chase drivers looking for the championship. I'll keep repeating that because that's what's at stake today for for 4 drivers at least. But the other drivers just want to win just because they want to win the last race of the season. It's 2 cars on the outside versus 2 cars mainly on the inside. The 10 behind them, Rod Hollifield, is now starting to catch up to this inside the line, but it was just mainly 4 cars basically tangling together for the most part. That's 2 drivers all alone on the outside, which means the inside line will have the powerhouse advantage. Keith Calhoun hangs on for the lead. This is where Keith wants to be. For anybody who's looking to win this championship, first place is where you want to be. He's got William Amon pushing him in that 18 car right behind him. Wow, look at that run that the outside line has. It had only 3 cars, and they all overpowered the 13 and the 18 and the 10. Noah to the lead again. And he actually clears Keith Calhoun. He'll drop to the inside. Oh, look out for the checkup. Oh, are we going to go 3 wide again for the lead? Oh, we're going to go 4 wide for the lead. Oh, my God. How did that happen? How did that work? Oh, my God. What just happened? Zach Pro's back to the lead. Oh, my God. I thought they were just going to keep it nice and 3 wide. They only went 4 wide for a lead. What intense racing. Noah has been shuffled out of the top 5. However, Keith is still in second on the inside of the line. And they're coming up on another lap traffic. Derek Newsom. Lap traffic ahead of these drivers. I think he's on the exit of turns 3 and 4. Just entering the driveway right now. So it'll be about a half a lap before these. Nope, it'll be about now, actually. So we're going to be seeing. Hopefully we don't see what happened with Michael Berry. Yeah, that is Derek Newsom in the Wonder 7 car. Wonder Brand 7. Oh, look out, look out, look out, guys. Look out, look out, look out, look out, look out, look out. Corners is not where you want to really pass these guys. Looks like they'll make it through just nice and clean, thankfully. Oh, man, oh, man. Nose to tail. Everybody's nose to tail. Keith Calhoun is in second. William Ahmad in third. Hunter Johnson fourth. And fifth place is Noah. Oh my god, here comes Lucas Cram. Oh, Lucas Cram. Look out, Lucas! Oh, he was really close to getting tagged again. Lucas is wanting that lap back, and if he gets that lap back, he'll be able to, and if caution comes, oh, Hunter Johnson moves up in front of Lucas, because he knows that Lucas is one of those fast cars. Oh, got a couple drivers on the apron. That's the 10 car that's on the apron, dropping back. I think he'll be fine if he just safely merges back up. Hunter Johnson gets a huge boost from Lucas Cram, who's not on the lead lap, but he's just helping out the 20 car of Hunter Johnson, pushing him to the front of this pack for the lead. Now Keith Calhoun moves to the outside, tries to get as many positions as he can. Lucas Cram shoots underneath Hunter Johnson, blocking the inside of the 24. But Lucas Cram will get a lap back. Now if he stays in front of this pack and a caution comes out, he'll be back on the lead lap. But Lucas Cram is not the leader of the race. The leader, oh, there he goes. He disappeared. Oh, no, he's back. And it looks like he's going to drop back. That's terrifying when you see the leader of the pack, the main pack, blink. Hunter Johnson with the lead. Oh, look out. Oh, God, that was close. The two drivers on the inside, 44 and the 64, they're both laps down. Whether that be just one or two, but they're looking to get a lap back in the hardest way possible, which is being up at the front ahead of these guys with a caution coming out really soon, which there's no stages, so there's no guarantee. No guarantee that this race will, there's no guarantee that this race will run green the rest of the way. The question is, how long will we run green before we get another caution? Hunter Johnson has some security behind him because that inside line is the preferred line for the most part. And the first driver that is able to pass him is the 24 car on that outside line. No, no. Never mind. I'm wrong. It's Michael Berry in the 64. Excuse me. I thought the 64 was still a lap down after what happened earlier in the race. I'm mistaken. That is my horrible mistake. I thought the 24 was the second car of the lead lap, not the 64. That's my mistake. Sorry, Michael. All right, Michael Berry trying to get the lead from Hunter Johnson. Lucas Cram on the outside trying to get a lap back from Hunter Johnson. The side draft is a huge key for the outside line. The issue is his bumper tagging. Oh, they're getting really close to each other here. Look out, everybody. This is going to got tight for a second. It got tight. Oh. Zach Probst takes the second spot. Keith Calhoun leading the championship standings. That's a quick update. It looks like Zach Probst trying to take the lead away as he's trying to push Lucas Cram in front, which would give him the lead. Hunter Johnson loses the lead to Zach Probst. Zach Probst is going to fall to the inside as well as Lucas Cram. Watch out for Michael Berry. He's going to be looking to the outside. Oh, he almost had a little bit of contact between him and Hunter Johnson. Oh my God. I think we're gonna have a battle here for the top position in the standings between Derek Clements and Keith Calhoun. Oh, Lucas Cram in the grass. Lucas Cram is in the grass. Oh, he safely merges back on the track, but all that work has been basically deleted. And we have another lap car coming up ahead. I don't know who that is. That looks to be the 40. No, that's the 19. That's the 19. Michael Berry takes the lead. Michael Berry takes the lead on the outside. This front pack is just a jumbled mess right now. Side by side, all swaying around the track. But we're keeping an eye on two battles right now, all next to each other. Side by side for the lead and side by side for the championship position to get the championship. Now it looks like that'll go to Keith as Michael Berry hangs on for the lead. As we have another lap car. I think that's Timothy Madonna, I think that is. It's the 81. The 81 of Andrew Mars. Okay. 5 guys, not burgers and fries, just five guys, all separate, all split apart from the guys behind them. Although they're slowly but surely catching up. Ben Nelson, one of them, William Amon, the other, Noah Mari in the other one, and I think that's just it. So it's just 8 cars up in this front pack. Nonetheless, they would still be aggressive. Derek Clements moves up high. He's got Ben Nelson pushing him. Oh, he's gonna take it through the middle with Keith and Michael. Oh, can they keep it? Oh my God. No, they didn't. Darren is upside down. Barrel rolls.
I don't know why you can't hear Earl. Can you hear me?
Oh my God.
Call that caution.
That didn't work for Darren, and I have no clue if he has that fast repair. But that I think that's it for him and his championship hopes.
1, 2, 3.
I think.
You got a good copy?
Oh man, let's look at that one. Let's look at that again. All right. Look at that on Darren Clements' end. He was just making aggressive moves, and it ended up costing him because he had a huge boost from Ben Nelson. And he took it through the middle with Keith and Michael Berry. And he had to check up for the 24 because 24 wasn't going to have enough room. And then Darren just accidentally comes up on Michael, causing not only Darren to get damaged, but Michael as well. Significant damage to both those cars. But it's just 2 cars, surprisingly, in the front of the pack. So that's unfortunately going to be the day ender for the 32 machine for the most part. I think Lucas Correa may have gotten the free pass, I think. Not entirely sure. I have no clue who got the free pass or who did. I think it was the 7, Derek Newsom, that got it. Whew. What racing. Alright, let's get another CPU temperature update, shall we? Basically the 70s, if not the 60s. Now they're just fluctuating left or right. It doesn't matter. Oh, man. Oh, I'm surprised you guys couldn't see that, actually. Oh, I thought you guys were able to see that. Oopsies. How many cars do we have left on the lead lap? Only 11, maybe 12? Alright. Yikes. Alright, so Hunter Johnson is going to be the first car off of pit road. "21 drivers, and we're just about ready to hit the halfway point, and when we do, we'll have less than half of the field left." Oh man, I have like 5 drinks next to me that I can all drink and all that. I got a Mountain Dew, I got a Gatorade, and a water. Water's from last night. That's still kind of good. We've had this has just been intense racing nonetheless. Now, what Darren was doing, Darren was going for the championship because he knew he wasn't gonna, yeah, he still had like a second half of the race to really make those moves, but I don't know. I think Darren Clements may have a chance. I don't think he'll, I don't know. It just depends on if he used his reset or not. It'll come down to who can survive the longest, which may be either Keith or Noah. That's all we're down to, is just 2 drivers of the championship 4 that are on the lead lap. I don't want to count out Caden Atkins yet, because he is 1 lap down, but he's going to need 1 more wave around. Ah, crap, I clicked that button again. Quit clicking that button. My mistake. Alright, top 5 so far. Third place is the only driver in the top 5 that is in contention to win the championship. The other driver is in 6th. And those are the only 2 that are on the lead lap. Alright. And it looks like we are getting the 1 to go signal yet, maybe? Yeah, we are. Alright. Drivers that are a lap down, that are ahead of the leaders, they get their wave around. So they'll be on the back of the field here. Like I said, don't count out Kane Atkins. He may actually be able to win the championship still. Like the one driver that is actually all 4 of them still have a chance to win this championship still. Darren Clements is just going to need 2 laps back. Kane just needs 1. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, there we go. So we'll see what happens as we get ready for this restart here. 38 laps will be completed. And we'll hit the halfway point at 42, 43. Halfway between 42 and 43. We're going to get set to go. We're back racing here. 2 out of the 4 drivers looking to win the championship in the top 10. The other 2 are laps down, 1 or 2 laps down. As we get back racing here, 38 laps completed, pace cards down, green flag in the air. We're back racing here at Daytona. Hunter Johnson with a huge jump. I don't know if that'll hurt him or not because of the warm-up tires here. Oh, we gotta watch Kane Atkins here. Gotta watch out for him. These guys are able to get a lot of momentum because they didn't catch up back to the field in time. Okay, so they were able to hang on they hanged on. I thought they were just gonna try and make the most aggressive moves entirely possible, but I guess they didn't. Drivers in the back of the field just splitting up. Oh, we got one on the apron here in turns 3 and 4. That's William Amon. Watch out, he's gonna drift off the track. Oh, God. That was scary. Well, he's going to lose the draft. I think he may have... Oh, something gone bad with the 18? No, I thought he had a black flag for some. I don't know why he dropped all the way back to the rear of the field. Either way, 40 laps will be completed once either Hunter Johnson or Ben Nelson or somebody else crosses the line. And Keith Calhoun second on the inside of the line. Noah second on the outside line. Got 4 drivers on the outside line. Hopefully more being added soon, as it's just 3 up in this front 8. And it's more spread out than the other restarts, but that's just because of how many cars are up here. As you can see, it's just Hunter Johnson just getting tandem drafted basically right at 13 of Keith Calhoun. That Zach Prost in the 24 tried to got a third. Oh, he got shoved up the track by Keith. Don't know if Zach planned on going up top or not, but now he has to be. Now he's just going to be pushed by Ben Nelson. Whether that'll help him or not, we'll have to see, because now that outside line is starting to gain more and more cars, and when the outside line gains more and more cars, well, of course, it's going to get the momentums to get up to the front. But the issue is in the corners when everybody has to let out. Hunter Johnson hanging on to the lead, but Zach Prost looks like he'll be taking it this time by, getting it that time by. Zach Prost will lead that lap. And he only had to do was just get pushed by Ben Nelson just a little bit. Dead even. I don't know who will have the advantage coming out of this straightaway. Let's see Ben Nelson just giving the bump draft to the 24 as much as he can. But it's hard to get. It's hard to pass on that outside line when you have like little to no help. Hunter Johnson hanging on the inside line. However, Zach Prost has the nose out ahead. We're halfway through this race. And I'm pretty sure everybody on this track has damage some way, somehow. That's typical for a super speedway event, though. They're dead even for the lead heading into turns 3 and 4. However, it looks like now Hunter Johnson has the outside line cleared. Because it looked like that outside line just lost a ton of momentum. Now Keith Calhoun moves up to the second spot. Trying to push his way as... He's probably going to try and clear his way on the outside here. 75. Trevor is third on that, third on the inside line. Now it looks like that outside line starting to die down a little bit. Doesn't have many drivers, so it looks like it's just mainly single file through this whole pack. Oh, no, 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 no. Another wreck. Another wreck. Zach Prost involved. Oh my god, he is flipping again. And man, we've had a lot of drivers up on the roof. Looks like the 47 gets tagged, and it looks like the 8 tags along with him. Oh man, that's another playoff contender out of this race. Oh man. You are kidding me? One more look at it. Car chase. One more look at it. Watch the 47 on the bottom left of your screen. Drifts up the track right into the 24. Hits the 8. 8 pushes up. Oh man. Just 2 drivers again. I think the 81 went underneath him. I'm not so sure if he had damage or not. That's 24's day done. Another driver on the shelf. Zach Prost is done. And oh man, are we going to see more pit stops? I believe we're going to see more pit... Nope, we're not. Okay. I think Darren Clements... No, I think, who was going to get it? I think Caden Atkins is going to get the wave around. So now there's only, okay. Now there's, oh no. That driver's out pit road. That's my mistake. Now we will have, yeah, we'll still have only 2 drivers left on the lead lap that are in contention to win this championship. As now Darren Clements and Noah are now Well, Darren Clements is 1 lap down. Noah is now falling laps. I don't know if he'll be back out on the track or not. If he is, it'll probably be in a little while. Four cautions today. That's the story of today. 4 cautions, and all of them have included chase drivers in some way, shape, or form. It will have a couple of drivers taking the wave around. Michael Berry is 6 laps down. The 19 is 2 laps down. All in front of the leaders. So it's just gonna be not too good of days for many of these drivers, as we only have 10 drivers on the lead lap. Yeah, it'd be 11 drivers on the lead lap once Lucas Graham gets by the pace car. I'd like to take this opportunity right now to say, if you haven't subscribed yet to the Fastlane Racing Station, please do that. Make sure to also click the bell for more iRacing videos, live streams, and other sorts of fun racing stuff. Alright, we should be getting the 1 degree this time by. 47 laps going to be completed. Alright. We'll get set to go back racing here. 48 laps are about to be in the books when the pace car rolls off. When we restart here, we'll have less than 37 laps to go. We've had 15 lead changes today. Holy moly. Alright, Hunter Johnson will be the control car for this restart. Alright. Ben Nelson second on the inside line. Trevor Garrux is second on the outside. Derek Newsom in the third row on the inside. And Tanner Rod Hollifield rounds out the top 5. Ace car's in. Green flag. Green flag. Green, green, green. Back here at Daytona. Hunter Johnson with a nice lead on that inside of the line. He's got Ben Nelson behind him. 16th come on the track. That's Vincent Laredo. Several laps down. Now Ben Nelson takes a peek to the outside, but Hunter Johnson somewhat blocks. Now he goes back to the inside. Tries to cut off most of Ben Nelson's momentum, but I don't think that'll be happening. I don't think Ben Nelson will be denied. He has Keith Calhoun on the outside, second on the outside, excuse me. Side by side for the lead, out of turns 3 and 4, double file throughout the first 4 or 5, maybe, yeah, 4 or 5 rows. And after that, it's mainly single file spread out, battles going on. And Nelson once again leads a lap. He got involved in a wreck earlier in this race. Now he has to make sure that car is clean. As I said this earlier, 3 or more minutes of optional repairs that build up, then you really need to use that fast repair. Even if you know, fix that car, you know, I'll go on about it later on. That outside line has a lot of cars. Oh, look out. Oh, I saw a car drift up the track. I think that was the 47 again, drift up the track. Yeah, it's just mainly double file racing, which is very, very difficult to do on the old Daytona when you got cars drifted up the track, with like the 47 giving us the prime example of that. Ben Nelson has the nose out ahead. I think he's cleared the 20. Yes, he has. Ben Nelson clears the 20 on the inside, leaving Keith Calhoun in the dust on the outside, all by himself for the most part. Oh, Hunter Johnson sneaks on the... Oh, my God! That's difficult to do and make it work, and Hunter Johnson just made that work. Cut back to the inside, realizing that making a move to the outside was probably going to be hazardous for the most part. And I think that was the right move to do because nobody's really getting anything done on that outside line. You got drivers swapping. Wow, that's a lot of lane changes here. There's like 5 in just that one quarter. Keith, oh, watch out, Keith. You know you have that momentum, but if you don't lift, that 20 car is not going to be going anymore, not going to be turning left or going straight. It's going to be heading right to the fence. So 47 trying to make a move on the outside. Trying to make a move to the outside and then quickly move back to the inside is extremely hard to perfect and get it done correctly, because if you have the run and you get on somebody's inside, there's a chance that you'll be able to spin them up to the outside, which is very, very, very dangerous. Keith Calhoun takes a peek to the outside thinking that somebody's going to go with him, but nobody's going with him. He's going to drop back a couple spots, but the only person that can really help him is Lucas Cram. And Nelson hanging on to the lead. 53 laps going to be completed when they cross the line. Hunter Johnson looks high. No help. Nobody to help him. 47 looking to help. Oh my God, Keith Calhoun gets shoved up high. Oh, this is going to be very, very interesting. 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide. Look out. Look out, look out, look out. Hunter Johnson somehow takes the lead away. But Nelson's going to fall to 3rd. They make this work somehow. This is stressful just watching this. I'm getting gray hairs already just watching this. I'm not even spotting anybody or even driving. I'm just watching this up here. Hunter Johnson is the first car that oh no, there he goes. He's around. Hunter Johnson and the 47 hard into the wall. Or I think the 47 at the hard hit. But we stay green. We stay green. I wanted to go back and look at that, but we stay green. Keith Calhoun has the lead. William Almond trying to take the lead away. Lucas Cram has the lap back. Now we have a caution on the speaker. I think that was for the wreck itself, so let's actually go back and look at that. Let's go back and look at that real quick. Oh, that's rear chase, my bad. Keith Calhoun just made the 47 extremely loose. Dang, what a hit. Hunter Johnson's fine, but I don't think that 47's alright. Ow, that didn't look too hot. Oof, that's a hard hit to the front. Get one more look at it. Ouch. That's not good. And then here's that battle for the lead coming to the caution. Let's see. I think Lucas Cram was in front of the leader at the time. Get a lap back. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. All right. Driver's down pit road. So Lucas Cram is back on the lead lap after doing that. Darren Clements back on the lead lap as well. So I think that'll put us with 3 championship contenders on the lead lap. The other one that's not is the 8 car, as he is 3 laps down. That's Noah. He has a chance still. Derek Newsom came out first. So we have less than 30 laps to go. Alright, so while we're under caution here, we have a little bit of time. We'll take a quick intermission. This is the Slidejawb K&N Series Championship race here at Daytona. We will return in a few moments. Stay tuned. Alright folks, welcome back to the Slidejawb Racing Series Season 2 finale here at the Old Bumpy Daytona. Drivers listed on the bottom right of your screen are the 4 drivers that are eligible to win this championship. Highest running at the time of the checker flag will be crowned the champion. So far, if the checker flag were to be waved right now, it'll be to Keith Calhoun. We've had several cautions today. I think all but 2 of them have included a playoff driver here or there, as you see. We're going to get ready with this restart here. Almost everybody that's in the championship for is on the lead lap. The only one that isn't is the 8 car, who is unfortunately several laps down. But for the most part, we still have a ton of drivers left in this race. We started with 21. We still have half the field on the lead lap. For the most part, I still have half the field left in the race, even if they are like 2, 3, or maybe 4 laps down. Nevertheless, we'll get set to go back racing here. Derek Newsome going to be back in the lead. It wasn't too long ago during that long green flag run that we had that we actually saw him getting passed to go a lap down. Now he's the leader. What crazy times can do when you're racing at a super speedway. You're going a lap down one moment, the next moment you're back on the lead lap and leading the race. We'll see what happens here. The 7 car of Derek Newsome will lead them to the green flag. And currently, as I say that, I'm looking at my phone, we have 7 viewers. That's a lot, considering for how small my team is. It's just me and my 781 subscribers. Anyway, base car's in. Green flag back in the air here at Daytona. Derek Newsome has a nice restart. It looks like that outside line is just not going to have much momentum, as it's just 2 cars versus the 3 that's on the inside, but we'll see what happens here. Usually outside line has great restarts, like on the back straightaway in turn 1, whereas like when they get, you know, out of the tri-oval, it's not so well. And it looks like now that outside is starting to fill up with more drivers, as Keith Calhoun is being shown as the race leader with the nose out ahead of the 7. Looks like he's cleared the 7 car entirely. Probably not if he comes down low. It probably won't end too well, but he looks like he does, and it ends well. Okay. Great timing on his end. Oh, now he moves back to the outside. Giving Derek Newsome a shot to take the lead back. And he may be able to do it because it looks like Keith may have lost a lot of momentum when doing that, but Derek Newsome has no help necessarily behind him, as Kane Atkins was several more less than a car length away, but still farther back from where Keith Calhoun was to the 75, if that makes sense. Now Keith Calhoun has the lead, and it looks like the 75 is now in the lead, which he would be, I think, the 9th different leader if he does end up leading this lap. I don't know if Keith will let that happen. I'm not entirely sure what the leader counts. Probably more than that. Probably like 11th. It's going to be close when it comes to the line. 75. Trevor will get it that time by. That is his first lap lead, I believe. Is that his first lap lead? Yes, that was his first lap lead. Good job of that 75 car. I'm not so sure how many races he's ran this season. May have been his first one. So, good way to get it going. Lucas Cram, he's now in 2nd. He went several laps down earlier in the race. Now he's back up to 2nd. A lap car on the apron there. Good job by him to go on the apron there. Now Hunter Johnson takes the 2nd spot away, as top 3 have split up from the Keith and the guys behind. Hunter Johnson trying to make some of it. Trying to take the lead away all by himself on the inside. That could work, but it doesn't look like it is. Oh, now Lucas Cram shapes to the bottom. Now he's side by side for the lead. He's going to get up to the front of the field here. Now Lucas Cram back to the lead here at Daytona. Keith Calhoun is leading the guys behind them in 4th place. Where is he going to go? To the outside. Oh, that's going to hurt him because that 75 had no help and he had no momentum. So now the 13th is just going to lose all of his momentum. He's going to lose several spots, but nothing to worry about for the 13. As the 2 car behind him, Kane Atkins is 2nd in the championship standings. If the 2 car Kane Atkins gets by the 13 of Keith Calhoun, then Keith Calhoun will probably have to start worrying about that outside line not having too much momentum. Lucas Cram hanging on for the lead. Now Hunter Johnson looks to the outside, trying to take trying to form up that outside line. That makes Derek Newsom the second car on the inside. William Ahmad, third car on the inside. Keith Calhoun, third car on the outside. Caden Atkins, fourth car on the outside, but he's way far back. 63 laps going to be completed with across the line. Laps are winding down here. Season's winding down. Oh, Hunter Johnson almost had contact between him and Derek Newsom. Oh, Lucas, don't do it again, buddy. Don't hook him again. Lucas has had so much curse today being up on the lead. He got hooked earlier when he was leading, and then he was leading the pack earlier in the race when he was getting a lap back, and then got hooked again. He doesn't want to have it again happen to him. It's getting pretty antsy behind this 44 car. But Lucas Cram is hanging on so far, so good. Just got to be careful not getting the bumper hook from the 7 or from anybody for that matter. Looks like top 3 is starting to gain some space between 4th place. I say some. That may close down here in the next few quarters. Lucas Cram just hanging on for dear life for the most part. He doesn't want to get that bumper hook because he knows that it could happen at any moment. Especially when it comes down to these final 20 laps when anybody wants to get any position, basically. Top 3 single file. Keith Calhoun on the outside of William trying to take the 3rd spot away. But he only has help from Hunter Johnson behind. Other than that, it's just the top 5 all by themselves. Oh! William drift up the track a little bit. That's an issue with this bumpy Daytona, as the outside line really does put a hamper on your arms. If you're, you're probably like forcing your wheel a lot to the right and stuff like that. Got a lap car coming up here quickly soon. Probably not the greatest of times to go side by side, especially as it. Okay, he's gonna go on the apron. He's gonna be fine. Yep, lap car fine. He's good. They caught him just in time for him to get on the apron. As now Keith Calhoun battling for the lead. See what happens here. He only has help from Hunter Johnson on the high line of that 20 car. Lucas Cram is just hanging on for dear life on that inside line, as a lot of those guys on the inside line start to really sway. William is just hanging on the apron for the most part, which that hurts the car a lot because you get too much rotation with uneven bakings, and it'll end up causing your car to lose a lot of speed. Oh no! Lucas Cram again gets hooked, and that takes out everybody up front. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That takes out Lucas Cram and Keith Calhoun and several other drivers. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my God. Wow. Where did that come from? That was out of nowhere. Look at everybody that gets involved. That was everybody in the top. That was everybody in the top 6 or 7. Oh my God. Also, I think my computer literally broke for half a second. Because I heard it, like, everything just froze for a second. That was scary. Oh my God. Let's watch this again. But in super slow motion to see, like, that was so unexpected. Wow, look at how Derek wasn't even that close. Look at this. That's 4 cars, 5 cars, 6 cars, 7 cars with a 75. That was the top 6, 7 cars all wrecked in just one heap of an instant. that'll take out Keith Calhoun out of the championship hunt for sure. Oh my God. Yikes. My, oh my. I don't believe it. Well, that's... Wow. That was so unexpected. Now we have another caution that's basically took it out just about everybody in the championship at this point, except for Caden. He barely gets through. Darren Clements is also on the lead lap as well. So, we still only have 2 drivers that'll have a chance to win this race, but Keith is done. Noah is 2 laps down. Oh my, oh my. Wow. 6 cautions. Excuse me, 6 cautions today. My oh my, that was crazy. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. That's incredible. Jeez, man. I'm just very surprised that that happened. I mean, the 7 of Newsom was nowhere near the back bumper, and then, well, what I thought he wasn't, and then the next thing I see, he's just turned and kablamo. There goes like more than half the field up at the front. Only cars that are left are on the track are the ones that made it through, which weren't very many. Left 15 laps to go, and Darren Clements leads the championship standings in 2nd place. 4th place, Cade Atkins, the 2nd in the standings. So far, not Luke Scram, excuse me. Keith Calhoun sits 3rd in the standings with Noah in 4th. Man, oh man. I like how where the picture is, it covers exactly where my temps would show. So I'm going to show those right now just so people know that I'm frying my computer, basically. They don't call me Fry for a reason. Look at it, 4 CPUs and they're all just being burnt alive. Good Lord. Alright. 1 to go here. And we're going to have less than 15 laps to go. It'll be less than 14 when we come across the line. We have top 2 on the outside line, all battling for the championship. So we'll definitely see some intense racing from between those 2. Let's just hope to... Big thing is, I just want the championship contender to finish. Whoever wins the championship, I want them to finish the race. Because at this point, with all the cautions that have happened, to to have the championship contenders in. I'm just surprised. Wasn't Darren Clements on his roof a couple cautions ago? And he's back up into second place. Good God almighty. I just never remembered that. He made an aggressive move and he ended up flipping. And now he's back up again in second. I guess he did have that fast repair handy. Yeah, like I said, as long as you have that fast repair handy, make the most aggressive moves as you can. As long as they don't involve people that don't have it. We'll get set to go racing here. The final 14 laps of the Slidejawb Racing K&N Series Season 2. Pace car about to roll off. Ben Nelson leading the way. God, English. Green flag back in the air. Ben Nelson with a great restart. The outside line, however, not a great restart. Rod Hollifield looks to the inside. Ben Nelson went to the outside with Darren Clements. That may hurt him. It may hurt Ben and hurt Darren. We'll see what happens here. Anything can happen here at Daytona. Rod Hollifield in the lead. That's probably like the only time ever you'll see the Danica Patrick fought being in the lead. Nothing against anybody who drives the 10, just saying. I need to change that 10 font. Johnny Benson was a better 10 driver, just saying. Ben Nelson trying to, he's hanging on. He's not really losing ground to the 10. He's not. I think the 10 may have him cleared on the exit of this corner. It's hard to tell. Just for having only 2 cars on the outside line, that 79 is really holding up. Especially now because he's being shown as the leader. Ron still hanging on for a lead. Oh, I think Caden may have jumped up the track a little bit, which may have hurt Ben Nelson because I think Ben may have tried to check up or whatever. Caden Atkins in second. Caden Atkins moves to first on the championship leaderboard. Caden Atkins just, I don't know if Caden wants to go for the win or just wants to ride it out and make sure that he stays ahead of Darren, or yeah, as long as he stays ahead of Darren, Noah, and Keith, which the last 2 will definitely happen as long as everything stays clean and green. Darren Clements being taken 3 wide on the outside. Ooh, jumbling, bumbling here. Rumbling and tumbling and bubbling. Oh, this is not going to end well. This is definitely not going to end well. Oh, oh, Ben is in a horrible position. Oh my God. 3 wide for the lead again. Oh my God. Hold your breath, everybody. This is going to get intense, boys. Oh boy. How are they going to hang on? Oh, they're not. Oh, big one at Daytona again. Darren Clements gets through, but once again, other chase drivers don't. Caden's day is done completely. Keith's more damaged. Ben Nelson involved. So many drivers involved in this one. I'm pretty sure Caden is done for. I think. Oh, God dang it. I don't have it set right. Alright, go again. Alright. Ah, crap. We'll go way back. Okay. We'll get one more look at it here. One more look at this amazing battle that didn't end well, but look at this. Look at this. Three wide for the lead. Caden just hard to hang on in the middle. Caden thought he was clear low, and he wasn't. Lucas Cram involved again. Derek Newsom involved. Keith involved. Ben involved. Several more drivers involved. Darren Clements escapes it. Somehow escaped it. I don't know how. I don't even think he knows how. Whew, man. That was scary, scary stuff. That was scary, scary stuff. Alright, well, we have less than 10 laps to go now. And I think Lucas Cram, if he does, I don't know if they'll give him the lucky dog or not. I was gonna say if oh, Trevor's in the grass for some reason. If they gave Lucas the lucky dog, he'd be back on the lead lap in no time, and he'd be up at the front. I think the lucky dog. Oh wait, no, because Lucas got involved in that accident. Okay, never mind. I forgot, because if you get any incident points in a wreck and you're in the lucky dog spot, it will not give it to you because you got involved in the wreck, even if it's just one incident point. Or I think as long as you don't, you know, don't hit anybody, you'll be fine. But if you like hit somebody and you're the lucky dog, you're not gonna get the lucky dog spot. Which is unfortunate. So when we get this restart here, it'll be the final restart of the day. So it'll unfortunately mean that Lucas Cram will not be able to get the lead lap unless he gets waved around by the server admins. Which will be very heartbreaking for him because he had a very good car, but he just kept having horrible luck. So it's very, very, very unfortunate. Could have gone the waiver route if Darren went down pit road, because I think everybody else went down pit road. We got Charles Boggs in third, Rod Hollifield in fourth, Trevor fifth, Hunter in sixth, Timothy Madonna in seventh. Oh man, where is our chip? Okay, other than, wow. Wow. Darren Clements, he's got a one-way ticket to this championship easily now. Because no one is going to be able to pass him. Because nobody's on the lead lap other than him. There's only 8 cars on the lead lap. The last one being the 18 car. Everybody else is pretty much lap down or more. So the winner of the championship will be Darren Clements, but will he be the winner of the race? Because Lucas Cram is 1 lap down. He's the only car 1 lap down. Keith Calhoun is... Yeah, it's just very unfortunate. It's just been the curse of the Championship 4 for the most part, because they've been basically getting involved in many different wrecks. Well, when we restart here, we'll be getting ready to settle this out for the final time this season. Alright, here we go. This will be the last time we'll see the pace car out on track today, because if there is that chance, we'll get another caution instantly, but that's going to be difficult to do. We're only going to have 7 drivers battling out for this win right now. But most of them, for the most part, have been damaged. We're not seeing many of the front runners up here. And if they are up here, then they'd have like significant damage that'll probably just hurt them and they'll fall back. Something broke on my wheel. I need to look at that. Ooh, that don't look too bad. Okay. We're getting ready for this restart here. It'll be 6 laps to go when we get this restart. I didn't know my mouse would make that clicking noise on the thing, so I'll turn my gain down a little bit. Alright. Final restart. Well, hopefully will be our final restart of today. Pace car is going to roll off. Darren Clement going to take us to the green flag.
Green flag.
There it is. Green flag's in the air. Darren Clement takes a huge lead over Derek Newsom. Saw a lot of contact happen behind him between, I think it was Charles and Hunter Johnson and many other drivers. For the most part, many of those drivers are slower cars. And single file throughout the top 3, but many of those drivers are making moves, like Hunter Johnson in the 20. Several drivers, in fact, making moves as we're heading down to the nitty-gritty here of the Daytona race here. The old bumpy Daytona. Caution comes out with less than 5 to go. The race would be over, but still a chance for one more restart for the most part, unless they come across the line in just a couple seconds. Darren Clement continuing to lead. He's on track to win the championship. He basically hasn't won right now. Keith Calhoun is up at the front, but he's just 2 laps down. He'll get a top 10, but unless something bad happens to Darren, which I ain't saying anything now, but he has a fast track to the championship right now. But he's going to have to survive the bumper hook, because Derek Newsom could easily bump him in the corners, or whoever's behind Darren. Doesn't have to be Derek. Could be any one of these cars up at the front here that could accidentally wreck him. 5 laps to go here. Lucas Cram is the first car on the outside line, but he's not battling for the lead. He's just battling to get back on the lead lap. Oh, Derek Newsom looked to the inside, and he's got it. Darren Clement back. He's on the outside. He's going to lose the lead. Ooh, a little bit of bumping. Oh, bumping, banging. Oh, God. Oh, Lucas is out of shape. 4 wide. Are you kidding me? Oh, they're 4 wide with the champion up on the top. Oh, they're not going to survive that. No, they're not. There it is. Race is done.
Save. That was your car.
Oh, race is done right there. And I think if Darren can get that thing fired back up and keep it rolling, he'll be able to win this championship. But that's it for the race. Derek Newsom's going to win this race. Derek Newsom's going to win this race, and it's going to end under caution. They went 4 wide in the corner, and it just did not work. So that'll pretty much do it for this race. Sucks that'll end under caution for the final race this season, but at Daytona it is quite expected. Alright, we'll go ahead and look at that wreck again. We'll look at that wreck one more time. We'll watch what happened here. 44 and the 10 just kept bumping each other. The 19 went to the apron, and he made it 4 wide. And then the 19 just full throttled it back up the track, and the 10 drifted up. That's what caused it. Keith involved, the Lucas Cram involved. Several drivers involved. One more look on Lucas Craban. Ron's involved. Like the 81 got a piece of the action. Yeah, look at that. 4 wide with a 19 on the apron. Derek Newsom was just watching this all happen behind him. I don't know if that 19 gained... Oh, because he was 2 laps down. So if he was on the lead lap, that would have been a black flag for the 19 for passing under the yellow. The 10 moved up the track thinking that the 19, giving the 19 as much room as he can. And that's what causes the wreck. Smashes into everybody. Everybody ends up getting turned. They end up flipping. Cars catch on fire, I guess. I don't know. Can't really tell from this angle. Cars just keep getting wrecked. There's the 81. Just nails Darren Clements. I was afraid for a second Darren was going to have to bring it into the pits or something to fix the damage, or he wasn't going to be able to like finish the race, and he was going to lose the championship with just a couple laps to go to a driver who was like second in the standings, like 2 laps down, 3 laps down, I think. So it sucks that the race had to, the season had to end like that. The white flag is out. White flag is out here for the final race of the season. Derek Newsom, Hunter Johnson, Charles Boggs. Will be the top 3 for tonight's race. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get these guys getting ready for interviews and stuff like that here in just a few moments. But coming out of turns 3 and 4 for the final time in the Slidejawb Racing League K&N Series here at Daytona International Speedway, Derek Newsom will bring home the checkered flag for the Wonder Bread machine. And wait here just a couple seconds. Derek Newsom will come across the checkered flag underpacing to win the Daytona race here. And winning the championship, Darren Clement. So congratulations to Darren Clement for winning the Slidejawb Racing K&N trophy. Didn't end the way that he really wanted it to. Wrecked, but winning the championship nonetheless. Oh, there it goes. Alright, so we'll get an interview with these guys here. Go ahead and bring these guys up, and I will be back in just a moment. Derek Newsom, do you have a copy, buddy? Derek, this is Taylor Frey up in the boot. Do you have a copy, buddy?
Hell yeah, I do.
Oh, well, we can already tell that you're pretty excited about this win, man. So just, what was going through your head that final restart?
Just had to stick it right there and just hope it fell my way, and hell yeah, it did.
Well, we saw you up at the front for like most of the race, and then like many drivers just had bad luck with some of these wrecks and all that sort of stuff. So, just tell us about the season all in all. It's the final race of the season. You win it. How does it feel? And just all in all, just how was the season in general?
This season being my first career season, we had some tough moments there. I mean, my old team, FSR, those guys are great. They helped me get off to a good point. I mean, we're still affiliated here with Newsom Family Racing. But to close off our first career season and our second race as Newsom Family Racing with a win, that's something incredible. And I got to give it to the number 47, Stephen Pollard, my teammate. He got wrecked earlier on in the race with about 30 to go, and then picked up as my crew chief for the rest of the time. And he's the one who helped me win this. I mean, he called this race perfectly.
All right, and you led 7 laps today. Driving the number 7 car, pretty good. So who do you like to thank for this win here tonight?
Oh, I mean, I don't know where to start. I mean, just everybody. I mean, this was the crown jewel race of this season for this league, and to have everybody here work together, and then me and just Steve, and then everyone who supported me, my family, everyone, and just this is freaking awesome.
Oh, well, why don't you celebrate with your teammate down there? And it was a good race, many amazing moments, and congratulations on it, man. That was well deserved.
Thank you very much.
All right, and we'll go ahead and grab second place of Hunter Johnson, I think. If I can find him. If I can find him. Can't find him. Alright, so Hunter Johnson is not in the Discord, unfortunately. Neither is I don't think Boggs is either. Oh man. Oh well. So second and third not in the Discord chat, unfortunately. So we'll just have to bring up our champion here, I guess. Just give me one moment. Alright. Darren Clements. Do you have a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Congratulations on winning the championship today. Just, even though you wrecked on the last few laps, not the way that you wanted to end it, unfortunately, but just tell us how the race went.
Ooh, it was, I felt like I had a decent car there for most of the race. I got tangled up in an early one. I had to use my fast repair. I think about lap 35 incident. And I just was kind of playing cautious, but there on the last 15, 20 laps, I knew I had to stay up front. And thanks to my buddy and teammate Ben Nelson there for the push past the carnage that happened that took out the other chase contending drivers, and that's actually what gave me the win. So Ben definitely helped me out on that one by that little shove down the backstretch.
All right, you've had a pretty good season. You just had a couple struggles for the past couple of weeks, but just all in all, just how was the season for you?
Overall, the season was pretty decent. Was able to nail quite a few top fives and just stay out of trouble. I mean, it might not be a winning car every week, but occasionally, if I can stay consistent, it pulls off championships, as we can see.
Well, it was definitely a great race for you tonight. And who do you have to thank for this? Not only a fifth place tonight, but the championship.
I gotta thank league owner William Martin for putting together this league and taking it over from the previous owner, doing a great job with it. Next season looks to be kicking off about mid-January, and look forward to it. I definitely want to thank my teammates that do help me out throughout the season. Ben, we just picked him up on a free agency deal, and look forward to running with him next year as well.
All right. And yeah, like I said, congratulations on the championship, and we look forward to seeing you next season when it's in mid-January and all that sort of stuff. So, like I said, not the best way to end the night, getting involved in a wreck, but you won the championship, and it was a good race nonetheless. So, yep, congratulations on the championship, buddy, and we'll send you back down.
I do want to congratulate Derek Newsom on his win here tonight on the last one. Hopefully that momentum carries over to next.
Oh, definitely. It should be able to. I mean, he sounded really excited when I talked to him, so that'll be a big confidence booster heading into next season for him.
Taylor, thank you for the broadcast. You're doing a great job as well.
Hey, thanks. Anytime. All right. I'll send you. All right. Go ahead and send you back down there, buddy. Like I said, congratulations on the championship. All right. It still doesn't look like we'll have second or third place in the chat. So I guess that means that we'll go ahead and bring up the final results here. All right. So for the final race of the Slidejawb Racing Series K&N Series of Season 2, Derek Newsom takes home the checkered flag. Hunter Johnson comes home in second. Charles Boggs in third. William Ahmad in fourth. Darren Clement not only takes home fifth place, but the championship, the highest running chase contender, and he finishes in fifth place. Sixth place, Timothy Madonna. Seventh place, Ben Nelson. Eighth place, Tony Quadros. Ninth place, Lucas Cram. And in 10th place, Ron Hollifield. 11th place was second place in the championship standings, Noah Miri. Keith Calhoun, third in the championship standings, 12th overall. In tonight's race, Trevor Gerdix, I think I still said that wrong, but I attempted, finishes in 13th. Kane Atkins, the last chase driver, finishes 14th. Andrew Mars in 15th. Stephen Pollard in 16th. Vincent Lareau in 17th. Michael Berry in 18th. Zach Prost, 19th. Jesse Baker in 20th. And in last place, rounding out the 2021 car field, is the number 37 of William Martin. That'll end it for this season, ladies and gentlemen. Season 3 should be coming up in mid to late January, like they said. And we will probably bring that all to you, depending on what their plan is. Just like I said, thank you all so much for joining us for these last few races. I know I started broadcasting these extremely late in the season, but it was during some great moments. It was great racing nonetheless. Let's actually look at lead changes. 29 lead changes today. That is a lot for a Daytona race. So definitely some great racing nonetheless. We saw 3 wide, 4 wide action. And we saw a lot of wrecks nonetheless. Caution wises. We saw, where is it at? We saw 8 cautions today. Almost half of the race was under caution. But in any case, 29 lead changes nonetheless. So we will hopefully bring you more coverage of racing, whether that be from the Slidejawb Racing League or any other racing league, hopefully soon, on the Fast Lane Racing Station. But if you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. And other than that, we'll see you all whenever it comes. Tune in then. Thank you all so much for watching. Good night, everybody.